What's poppin'? What's poppin'? FX fam, Andre FX Official back at it again with another video. Well, today I'm gonna be going over a few pairs that I'm looking at to trade on during today's London session. And well, we should definitely get into straight profit like we've had on the past other videos. All the pairs hit all TPs, Euro NCD, GPAUD, Euro UD, smash take profits, 400 pips on Euro UD, 300 pips on GPAUD. But let's go ahead and see. For today's session, I'm actually going to be looking to buy Euro USD, sell Euro NTD, and sell GBP USD. Just going to get in real quick explanation. Let's go ahead and get started with Euro USD. So on Euro USD, we take a look at the daily time frame. Here on the daily time frame, we can see how market already came down and saw all the liquidity that we left right here on the daily. So this break right here, what we call it a breaker. Why do we call this a breaker? Because market came right through those equal lows here and broke through it, right? So what are we waiting for? We're waiting for market having a retracement to the upside on the daily time frame. So most likely on lower time frames, we could take advantage of that retracement going up to get in for some buying positions. So now looking on Euro USD, I do want to see market spike to the upside into this area, which right here we would be having a accumulation of price candle during the 1 hour forward time frame, which you guys would be able to see much better. And I do want to come and see it test into this breaker once again. So I most likely want to see a retracement coming up, taking advantage of the buy opportunities, those buy opportunities, to then get in for a sell once again during this area. But just coming back into that, let's go ahead and break it down to lower time frame. See why we could get on that buy, see where and what time we could get in for that buy position. So let's get in for the forward time frame. On the forward time frame, we could see how right here we left also relevant equal highs that we have to clear out there. You can see much better on the lower time frame. We would be having liquidity inside this area. So inside this relevant equal highs, we'll be having liquidity in lower time frame, like the 15-minute or the 1 hour time frame. And currently right now on the forward time frame, I do want to take advantage of some buying positions during this area. So right here in this area, we can see how market had its spike to the upside and went higher than this bearish candle. So the last bearish candle that we see before the impulse to the upside, that's what we call an accumulation of price candle. So right there, I'm just waiting for market to come down and retrace into it, so that way we could get in for some buying positions in this area. But we could most likely find a more accurate entry down here, which that way you guys would be seeing much better on lower time frames. And why I break it down to lower time frame, the forward accumulation of price candle, because in the lower time frame you can find it 1 hour accumulation of price candle as well. They can find for better entries. So let's go ahead and look at the 1 hour. Here on the 1 hour time frame, I also want to start marking my fib. And right here, we see the 1 hour accumulation of price candle that has been tested here, right? So I do want to see market come down to this area. Let's go ahead and mark my fib. Let's see if that's a relevant discount price level, which it is. So market fib from start to end of the impulse. We see how this accumulation of price candle is right on the 705 level. So I'm just going to put it right on the 705 level. That's an area where I want to be getting for some buying positions, because that's a deep discount price. 705 level is considered as a discounted price. Although I do want to also pay attention to my opening of our 4 hour accumulation of price candle, which is right on this blue line. If there's some price action going around this area, we do see price action, we're most likely to get in for that buy position here. But right now, I do want to be placing the buy limit in this area where we have the 705, where it's the 1 hour accumulation of price candle. Now, as mentioned before, on a daily time frame, we do see the breakers over here. 4 hour, we have equal highs, which I said on the 1 hour, we can see those equal highs much better, which is right there, right on all the liquidity right there. That's all accumulation that has to be blown out. Besides that, we do also have another confirmation right here. So right here, we have a bullish accumulation of price candle, which is the last bull candle before the push down, right? So most likely, we're going to be seeing market retrace to the upside, come into that zone, secure profits there, and then start taking some selling positions for a dip or push to the downside. So I'm going to be placing what is buy limit. So let's go ahead and place that buy limit. So for Euro USD, I'm going to place a buy limit around the 705 I had mentioned right here, which is the opening of our accumulation of price candle in the 1 hour. My stop loss, I'm always going to have it 10 to 15 pips below that accumulation. So 10 to 15 pips, let's see, that's 10, 15 right there. So my stop loss is going to be 10 to 15. So right here's going to be my stop loss, which is right at 22 to 23 pips. And my take profits, I do want to have a first take profit on an old high, well, on equal highs. So my first take profit is going to be right on this equal highs right here, which that'll be a total amount of 72 pips. So we're risking 23 to gain 72 for our first take profit. Our entry price is going to be at 1.16450. Take profit number one is going to be at 1.17175, and take profit number two is going to be at stop loss, my bad, stop loss is going to be at 1.16220, negative 23 pips to gain 72 pips for the first take profit. And our last take profit is going to be right on this equal highs here, right where we had that liquidity. Just to play it safe, we're going to leave it right there, but it still could go higher and test into that accumulation price candle. But we want to secure those profits. We don't want to get greedy. So our last take profit, which is take profit number two, it's going to be 130 pips, which is right at 1.17750. So that's our last take profit for your USD. And that's why I'm currently taking a look at your USD to get in for buying positions. The next part that we do want to go ahead and take a look at is Euro NTD. So on Euro NTD, I had mentioned this in one of my live sessions. If you guys actually go to my playlist of live sessions, you guys will be able to find this video that had mentioned the market was going to be spiking to the upside to test around what is 50% of our imbalance zone, which our imbalance is this full push to the downside. So this all imbalance, market comes to the upside, creating a test in that 50% of the imbalance. We did create relevant equal lows, which I do want to see those relevant equal lows being blown out, because this is where retail traders get in for buying positions. So retail traders got in for buying positions in these areas to push to the upside. So since they're in profits, what's going to happen? They're going to be accumulating their stop losses in their break evens, which is in their entry prices. So institutional wise, market's going to want to come to the downside and clear out all the stop losses to then get in for a major push to the upside and then clear out relevant equal highs of all the liquidity that we have up here, which market should be bullish during, I'll say next week. We should see a bearish market, like maybe like 3 or 2 days of bearish market of next week. And the next couple of days, we should see market blow through the lows right here and then spike to the upside. So right here, we'll be getting for selling positions. All depends on how lower time frames look like. So in the forward time frame, you can see how market already started to spike down, right? But I do want to see retracement. I mean, right now, it's a bit too late to get in. Me personally, I really don't like chasing trades, because if you chase trades, you're most likely to lose them because you start seeing drawdown. Then you get scared. The emotions start coming in. So most likely you're going to want to pull out, right? So what I want to see is market have a quick retreat into the upside and come and test into this forward accumulation of price candle that we're right here, which you can see much better in the 2 hour, 1 hour. Went into the 2 hour. That would be around 50% of that accumulation of price candle from the 2 hour time frame. We can see how market had already came into that area, actually tested it right there in this 2 hour candle, and that's where we saw that rejection coming down. But since it's too late, I would really want to see a mitigation block coming back into that area to re-enter once again for what is a selling position. So for Euro NTD, I do want to get in for a sell, right where we have that 50%, seeing it come back and test into that area. So that would be my selling position area. My stop loss, maybe around 33 pips, 26, 27 pips around there. And my first take profit is going to be right here, where we have sell side liquidity, where we have accumulation on the 1 hour. We look at the 1 hour. Here on the 1 hour, we have all this accumulation, which you can even see much better on the 15-minute as well. Going into the 15-minute, this right here is all distribution that we left, all liquidity that we left from the sell side liquidity that still needs to be blown out, because right here we have a lot of stop losses accumulated from those retail traders that get in for buy positions. So we want to see market coming lower into that area. We do want to place a sell limit there, which that 50% of the 2 hour would be the opening of the 1 hour conventional price candle. So that'll be my first take profit. Stop loss of 26 pips to get a total of 109 for the first TP. So here we have the entry price for that sell limit. Here we have this profit area, and here we have the stop loss area. So risking 26 to gain 109. And for the second take profit, I want to have it down here. So why do we want to have it down there? Because if we go into the 4 hour time frame, we can see how that would be into the opening of our commission price candle, which would be our bearish commission price candle. The reason why I put a bit above it is just to play it safe, just in case it doesn't really come all the way down here and tap into it. So that's what we were securing at 170 pips. So our last TP is going to be 170 pips, which is right there. So that's our last take profit. And that's for USD. And the last pair that I am taking a look at is GPUSD. On GPUSD, we do still see a very, very bearish market for GPUSD. So how we see on GPUSD, we still have the sell side liquidity that needs to be blown out, and most likely come into this daily accumulation of price candles, come and tap it before we see a movement once again to the upside. Going down into the 4-hour time frame, I just start marking my fib from the start, turn on the impulse, see what we can find there. So I'll mark my fib from start to end. I want to see a retrace into my OTE level, which is a 705 premium area, which is right where I have this blue line. We'll just go ahead and delete this fib so that market doesn't look that messy. So let's go into the 1 hour. And the 1 hour, that would be around 30 to 40% of my 1 hour accumulation of price candle, which is this last bullish candle before the move down. So right here, I do want to be placing the sell limit. My last take profit is on my daily accumulation of price candle we have it down here. My first take profit, I do want to have it on relevant equal lows that we have right here of distribution being accumulated of all that liquidity. So entry price would be right here. Let's see, first take profit we have right here. 130 pips would be our first take profit. So entry price at 1.28105, profit number one at 1.26800, stop loss at 1.28425 of 32 pips, and TP at 130 pips. And the last take profit, we have it down here, right on the opening of our daily accumulation price candle, which is 265 pips, which is right at 1.25455. That would be our last take profit. So those are the current pairs I'm looking at today for London session to be trading. Hopefully they all go as planned, which most likely they will, because all we do is snipe here on AndreFX Official's YouTube channel. If you guys like this video, please go ahead and give a like, put that thumbs up, turn on your notifications, drop a comment below if you have any questions, and click the links in bios so that way you can join my live sessions as well. Just go ahead and click the link in the description, and that way that will take you to my live group chat where I take live trades with students and do live sessions with all my students as well. Everybody have a great weekend and happy trading.